Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Deck Tech for Decks. Today I've got something a little different for you guys and I hope you enjoy. I'm going over a budget 5-color mana base. There seems to be an odd stigma around 5-color. People think you still can't do it without spending thousands of dollars on your mana base. You know, you have to have the shock lands, you have to have the fetch lands, throw them together and that's the only way you can play 5-color in Commander. That's just not true. They've come out with a lot of new cards that are really good for 5-color mana bases, and it's almost just as effective as Shocklands. You're really, putting Shocklands in your deck for that 1% better, you know what I mean? So, does it make a difference? Yes, it's gonna make a difference. Is it as impactful as people try to say it is? I don't think so. But I'll leave that for you guys to decide. So let's jump into it and you guys can let me know in the comment section if you'd rather have your fetches and, expensive mana base or if this will do for you. Let's start off with the backbone of this mana base. We have 5 slow fetches. Yes, they enter the battlefield tapped, but once they untap, we'll be able to fetch 4 lands that enter the battlefield untapped. Check out this cycle. Yes, it is conditional that you have 2 or more basic lands, but we're going to make sure that happens. So this is basically just a slow fetch. There's a lot of times people go ahead and get those shock lands and they don't shock them in because you don't always need that 1 mana. Let's go over a couple dirt cheap cards that just enter in and we can search up anything. Evolving Wilds. It's a staple in any 5-color deck or 3-color deck in my opinion. Terramorphic Expanse does exactly the same thing. Exotic Orchard, you have 3 opponents and they're all playing multiple colored commanders, usually. So this can normally tap for wubrg, and if not, it's going to give you options to more colors. Command Tower, this one's just a staple in any commander deck. Goes ahead and taps for any colors of your commander's color identity, so really useful there. Alright guys, let's talk about the next cycle we're throwing in this 5-color mana base. We want the bounce lands, and let me explain why. Bounce lands do not net you mana, but they don't send you backwards. And there's one other thing they do that people forget about. They guarantee that you're going to have a land to play next turn. This is massive. So if you have 3 lands in your starter, and one of them's a bounce land, you're really gonna have 4 mana in your starter. This is pretty insane and people sleep on it a little bit, but the most powerful thing in Commander, even like better than ramp, is making sure you're consistently playing land every single turn. There's one more land cycle I'd like to talk about. We are running the new Caperna fetch lands. These ones are really efficient because only one side enters tapped. As long as one side enters in tapped, we're good with that. Used to, you'd run the slow fetches with the slow dual lands, and that's just trash. You end up waiting 2 turns to use your mana, and that's just really not viable. So with this set, we're only going to include 2 of them. We're going to include the 2 with green in them. There's a 3rd one with green, but I really think you only need 2, and that'll leave us enough room for 2 of each basic type, right? So then we'll run 2 plains, 2 swamps, etc., right? And then that should be a pretty useful mana base for 5-color. That's really cheap and effective. You don't need these shocks and duels. Now, additionally, all of these cards were dirt cheap, right? They're all under $1. But if you want to upgrade to a $100 mana base, you can even run the tri-lands, and that's just going to make your mana base more efficient. But I don't even think you need to do that anymore, So let me know what you guys think about the video, if you want more videos like this, kind of in this format, or stick to deck techs, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.